There I am right there. We moved here when I was 15, and I didn't know anybody. My daddy was a preacher when we moved here, so I came up here and met the girls that were in Brigade, and so I really got to know a lot of people and had a lot of friends really fast, you know, because I was in Brigade, so that was neat. But it was different. It was real different, you know. But it's really nice to come back and see it. Yeah.
Good morning to you. I'm Colonel Clarence Parker. I graduated in the first class from Austin in 1938. This is my wife, Dorothy Lee Sanderson Parker. And she was in the very first Scottish Brigade. She was one of the founding members of this organization that you celebrate today. And we're delighted to be here. We now live in Georgia, but we came to be here.
They drove from Georgia
for this event.
To come out here today.
But I was a sergeant.
You were the sergeant?
Yep. And beat a drum. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I walked up and down Main Street many, many, many times.
For shoes, we wore what we call granny shoes. They were black and they laced up, very uncomfortable. The skirt is a Scottish plaid. The jacket is a military type jacket. This is, quote, a lieutenant colonel's uniform. This is a sporran. That's what Scottish people carried their money in. There's a pocket in the back. She doesn't have on her insignia, but she has on the epaulettes. This is the hat. That's not the hat we wore. There's a hat right here. That's the one we wore. Right there. It's hard to see in the cabinet. I was in the drill corps. We did dancing. There was a drum and bugle corps and a bagpipe corps. And of course a flag corps with all the flags.
I was in Jackson Junior High School, and the whole idea that we already knew about was the Scottish Brigade in Austin. And it was just one of those things where you went out for it the summer before you started to Austin. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the pageantry of it, and the drum and bugle corps, and the bagpipe corps, and our outfits, our uniforms were so authentic.
My senior year, we were asked in Brigade to usher for President Kennedy at Rice Stadium, and he was giving the speech that started the space program. And it was wonderful to be there and see it all start up. You know, we were there at the very beginning of it.
So people respected you all enough to usher
Yes.
everyone that was going to be there that day.
We were the only ones ushering that day. And so Brigade got to see Kennedy in the flesh and to hear the speech firsthand.
How many members?
We had about 250 regulars and about 100 reserves, different corps. We had flag corps, bagpipe corps, drums, bugles, and 3 corps, company A, B, and C, that danced.
Right here, I'll tell you, they look different. You know, you never think you changed, because I see myself every day. But other people, I'm thinking, who is that old person? And you know, I'm older than they are, but I don't think I look old because I'm looking at myself every day. But it's fun to come back and see them. But you have to meet them and you have to look at their name tag to figure out who they are, unless we see them. Some of them we're still friends with and we see them pretty often, but some of them I haven't seen in, you know, 30 years. So it's fun though, to come back and get to meet them and see them and find out about their kids and their grandkids and what they're doing. It's fun.
All of us had a very special relationship, and we have lifelong friends. Back in October, about 25 of us went to Galveston and spent 3 or 4 days celebrating our 70th birthdays. And we were all, most of us were in Brigade. But those that weren't in Brigade that were with us, we still had a very special relationship, a lifelong relationship, and that means a lot.
The slumber party. The slumber party. And you guys do not have anything on us for wrapping houses.
Yeah.
Oh, we learned how to wrap. You know that discipline that I was talking about earlier. Well, let me backtrack.
All went out the door when
that's right. When we had our slumber parties. Yeah. But again, with the discipline, no drinking, no smoking, no. But toilet paper.
And we did a lot of crazy things. You know, we followed people around, chased the boys. You know, we did a lot of really crazy things. But it was fun. It was fun. And we're still friends with a lot of these people. Really good friends. In fact, we just had our 50th high school reunion, and you know, tons of people were there. It was a lot of fun.
And I'm just thrilled when I'm around the kids that are in school now, and the attitude they have and their desire to get ahead and see what they need to do. And I'm so proud of everybody.
That's exactly
here.
right.
It
We
really,
read all of
really
those
is
good
exciting to know.
Yeah.
This is my hometown, this area here, and I do a lot of work with charities and things, and I always tell them the East End is my hometown.
That's right.
And I come back and I'm just so proud of each and every one of y'all.
Yeah,
It's
that's exactly
great.
right. Exactly right.
Some of this is just memorabilia we've had over the years. Things that we have just collected. We have just turned most of our memorabilia over to the Women's Studies at the University of Houston, where it's safe and kept safe. And of course we feel like this is safe, but in our homes it's subject to fire or flood or whatever. But we're just very proud of our heritage.
We worked so hard to be perfect. We had so many traditions that had been passed down by many of these ladies before us, and things that we were taught, leadership qualities. I think it's done us all so much good to have that behind us, because we had to perform, to keep our grades up, and be a part of the community of Austin High School and outside the community. We just had this great time marching every Friday night at the football game halftime, and when you would stand underneath Jefferson Stadium, I don't even know if it's still over there, by the University of Houston, we would all line up under the stadium, and when you would hear the bugles start playing, I get chills now just remembering what that sounded like, all contained down there. And then the drum beat would start, and we would march out. Oh, I'm gonna cry. It was just a great time. It was easy, you know, it's not like today with all the drugs and the problems. We just were kids, you know, we had curfews, which we followed, and we didn't argue too much with our families, and we were accepted, you know. If the Scottish Brigade made you a part of something greater than yourself, I can't believe I'm crying when I think about that. But it was the greatest time of my life, really.